Tonight's headlines: public vaccination may start on April. Galvez commence initial vaccination rollout. Healthcare workers' confidence in vaccination improved. COVID-19 cases in the country at 582,223. Pilot test of face-to-face classes half-day only. Amihan to bring rain to Cagayan Valley. PSEi rises anew. And Peso strengthens versus dollar. Good evening. Today is Wednesday, March 3, 2021. I'm Miguel Palatagonon and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. on Wednesday said the inoculation rollout for the general public is seen to start between late April and early May. Galvez said senior citizens, poor families, and vulnerable communities, which are included in the priority, may also start to get vaccinated around the same period. According to Galvez, the ongoing vaccination of frontline healthcare workers who are at top of the priority list is expected to be finished by the end of March. However, if the supply of vaccines fails to arrive on the expected time, Galvez said the completion of healthcare workers' inoculation would be moved to April. Inoculation czar Carlito Galvez Jr. on Wednesday praised the initial rollout of the vaccination against COVID-19 in the country after 2 days of symbolic events in select hospitals in Metro Manila. Galvez congratulated the Department of Health for the continuous movement of the vaccines from storage facilities to hospitals since the arrival of the first batch on Sunday. According to Galvez, the coverage of the vaccination rollout has doubled from only around 200 to now 2,000 recipients. The initial rollout of the vaccine in the country will only cover frontline healthcare workers as they are at the top of the priority list of the government in the inoculation program. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said on Wednesday that the confidence of the healthcare workers in the inoculation program against COVID-19 has improved. According to Duque, they are expecting more medical frontliners who are the first on the priority list to receive the COVID-19 vaccines. Currently, only Sinovac vaccines are available in the country. Duque said they will convince healthcare workers to get shots through influencers within their sectors, such as hospital chiefs, and they are expecting the number will improve further as the vaccination continues in different hospitals. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang magbayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it to centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
The Department of Health reported 1,783 confirmed COVID-19 cases on Wednesday to bring the total number of infections in the country to 582,223, even as 7 laboratories failed to submit data on time. The number of recoveries, meantime, rose to 534,778 after 330 more patients have recovered from the illness, while death toll is now at 12,383 89 with 20 new fatalities recorded. There are also 35,056 active cases undergoing treatment or quarantine, of which 90.1% are mild, 4.7% are asymptomatic, 2.2% are severe, and 2.2% are in critical condition. Data from the DOH also showed that 60% of the country's intensive care unit beds are available, while 78% of the mechanical ventilators are ready for use. In other news, Education Undersecretary Nepomuceno Malaluan on Wednesday said that students who will participate in the proposed pilot testing of face-to-face classes will only have to go to school for half a day. Malaluan said that although class schedules will vary between schools if the pilot testing pushes through, the general rule is that face-to-face classes will be for a maximum of half day only. The DepEd earlier recommended to President Rodrigo Duterte to conduct a face-to-face classes in areas with low COVID-19 risks in January 2021. The president initially approved the proposal, but he later recalled this amid reports of a new COVID-19 variant in the United Kingdom. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa on Wednesday announced that the northeast monsoon is expected to bring cloudy skies with rains over the Cagayan Valley, the Cordillera Administrative Region, the Bicol Region, Aurora, and Quezon. In its 24-hour forecast, the weather agency warned affected residents of possible flash floods or landslides due to light to moderate with, at times, heavy rains. Pag-asa said that monsoon may also bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains over Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon. Meanwhile, the rest of the country may experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to localized thunderstorms. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
The Philippine Stock Exchange Index gained anew Wednesday due to bargain hunting. The main equities index rose by 0.34% or 23.22 points to 6,942.76 at the closing bell, while the all shares tracked the main gauge after it rose by 0.16% or 6.84 points to 4,186.76. Regina Capital Development Corporation's head of sales, Luis Limningan, said that local shares closed higher as investors continue to bargain hunt with regional markets experiencing some weakness. He also cited the drop in U.S. stocks on Tuesday, spearheaded by tech companies as the market pulled by from the previous session's strong gains. Volume totaled to 221.53 billion shares, amounting to 34.9 billion pesos. Decliners led advancers at 125 to 101, while 40 shares were unchanged. And the Philippine peso appreciated against the US dollar for the second consecutive trading session on Wednesday as overseas officials addressed inflationary concerns. The local currency gained 8 centavos to close at 48.48 pesos to a dollar from Tuesday's finish of 48.565 pesos to a dollar. U.S. Federal Reserve's Governor Lael Brainard this week said the central bank remains far from its goals in terms of both employment, and inflation, and it will take some time to achieve substantial further progress. Locally, inflation has continued to accelerate as it is clocked in at 2.9% in January, but Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Governor Benjamin Jokno has insisted the uptick is only transitory. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And subscribe to our YouTube channel Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber, Katribu, to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Torcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store on Viber and search for Katribu. Before we go, I would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Miguel Palatagon, and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Unite, and God bless us all.